What's up? It's your boy Heaven Hollywood, Heaven Hollywood TV, and welcome to Running Off at the Mouth. Tonight we're going to be running off at the mouth about no other than Damon Dash, a.k.a. Dame Dash, a.k.a. Dame Diddy. He got arrested today in New York on felony charges, being in arrears of his child support over $400,000. He was arrested and booked today in the Bronx. He allegedly is now back home and just awaiting his trial date. But he was arrested, booked, fingerprinted, all that stuff, and now he is back home. He got out on bond. What we're going to talk about is how did he get here to this spot and why. Now, if you don't know who Damon Dash is, I don't know where you've been the last 20 years. Damon Dash was the head of Roc-A-Fella Records, CEO of Roc-A-Fella Records, a label he started with Jay-Z and Kareem Biggs. Okay, so I guess Kareem's last name is Biggs, but they call him Biggs. All right. So it's Biggs, Dame Dash, and Jay-Z all put their money in and started Roc-A-Fella. As we know, things started going, as Jay started to blow up and Dame started to blow up, money started to become an issue with people as far as it getting to people's head. And they were just making so much money that they really never, ever thought, what we would do if we broke up. Well, at least Dame Dash wasn't thinking that. I'm sure Jay-Z knew at a certain time, especially once he started getting money and once he started messing with Aaliyah, and he saw later on that Aaliyah started messing with Dame Dash. Right at that moment, Jay-Z started making plans to leave Damon Dash, and that is a fact. It did not happen right away, but the moment that Jay-Z noticed that Aaliyah, who was someone he was very fond of, he was going to give up dating Beyonce for Aaliyah. Person he was very fond of started dating Dame Dash. Jay felt some type of way about it. He felt as though, Dame knew that he was dating Aaliyah first. So why not just back off? No, because Dame was low-key jealous of Jay-Z. Even though he had just as much money or more money, Dame was low-key jealous of Jay. And consensusly, women will say, Dame's a better-looking dude. But he was jealous of Jay-Z. He was jealous of the attention he got. Dame always wanted to be an artist. Behind the scenes was cool. The money was cool. But Dame wanted to be like Diddy. He wanted to be more like Puffy. That's why you'd see him doing the Armadale dance. And, hold on a minute. He would do the Armadale dance. And he would be out in front of the camera, in the video Sunshine. He's back there dancing with Jay-Z. And Dame wanted to be a star in front of the camera. Being behind the scenes and being worth over $100 million in his prime wasn't good enough for Dame. Now, with the start of the Aaliyah situation and then all the other business ventures, Jay now feels as though, you know what? I don't need Damon Dash. So Jay, of course, gets with Lyor Cohen. They hijack Jay-Z out of his contract and Roc-A-Fella Records. Dame gets strong-armed. He has to sell his portion of it, of Rockefeller Records, and the rest is pretty much history. Jay went on to become what he is, and Dame Dash has had nothing but financial issues the past 10 years, if not more. Now, I know what Dame says and how Dame portrays himself, but that's just Dame trying to save face and trying to protect his ego, at the same time not protecting his bank account. Damon Dash is from Harlem. That's what Harlem dudes do. Harlem dudes floss. That's just in their nature. That's what they do. They floss. They're show-offs. They think everything's about their clothes and their flash. That's just the way dudes in Harlem is, getting money and showing it off. That's what dudes in Harlem's life consists of, getting money and showing it off. I ain't mad at that. So, Dame pretty much let all these ventures that he had going with Jay slip through the cracks. Jay is now blowing up all over the world. Now, Dame Dash had started, as we'll take you back to, Dame Dash was engaged to Aaliyah, woman he stole from his so-called good friend Jay-Z. Right? While Dame is with Aaliyah, he gets involved with an assistant or a secretary, I don't know what Rachel was at that time, working for him. Rachel Roy. Dame gets involved with her, starts sleeping with her while he's sleeping with Aaliyah. These are facts. There's no need to say allegations. Oh, you heard. These are facts. Damon Dash was still sleeping with Aaliyah when he started sleeping with Rachel Roy, among others. So, Aaliyah dies unexpectedly. Dame had so-called broke up with Rachel, but he's still low-key seeing Rachel because she is now pregnant. Next thing you know, Rachel's having a baby, and Dame Dash is marrying Rachel Roy. And all of Aaliyah's family's like, huh? This nigga done did what? The brother wanted to kill him. The brother said, wait a minute. You said you love my sister, and it's not even 2 months, and you having a whole ass baby, and you're getting married to this chick? It's the same chick that Aaliyah was worried that he was sleeping with. She saw that one coming, but then there was one she didn't see coming. That's right. I'm about to say it. Damon Dash then, after Aaliyah goes on the trip to the Bahamas, we'll say allegedly on this one, even though everybody I spoke to says true. Dame Dash gives Aaliyah the engagement ring before she leaves, because they were similarly falling apart. They're now getting back together. They were off and on. Dame comes with the engagement ring, gives it to Aaliyah. Aaliyah's going to film the video. After he gives her the ring, Aaliyah doesn't really want to go. He's like, no, you got to go. Work, woo, 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 woo. Once you come back, we're going to sit down and plan our wedding and this, that, and the other. So, while Aaliyah leaves the place, she leaves New York with a smile on her face. With a smile on her face. She's figuring, finally, me and Dame are where we need to be. But little does she know, when she is away, the cat shall play. And Dame Dash was, again, entertaining Rachel Roy and allegedly entertaining MTV's talk show host, Ananda Lewis. Now, yes, the ironic thing about that is, in the Missing You video, Ananda Lewis was in there crying her eyes out. Seemed like she was the saddest one, and she was not that close with Aaliyah. She was close, but not as close as the other girls. Dame Dash allegedly is messing with Ananda Lewis. It gets back to Aaliyah. Now, this is a story that was told to me multiple times. Aaliyah was sick behind that, and she wanted to get back on that plane and get home to Damon Dash for whatever reason. And she refused to rebook or refused to cancel her flight. Even after reportedly people said, nah, that don't look safe, she insisted, because she had to get back, see what the hell was going on with her man, her fiance. So, Aaliyah rushes back in haste, and we tragically know how that ended. Was it Damon Dash's fault? No. Does he have blood on his hands? If this story is correct, that everyone's been telling me is correct, yes, he does. He has Aaliyah's blood on his hands. I said it. This has been eating away at Damon Dash for years. As the years go on, another year passed that Aaliyah birthday. You ever notice he gets worse whenever they mention Aaliyah's birthday? And it's been plenty of years where they mention Aaliyah's birthday, maybe one or two, and they didn't at that time, you didn't hear it or what have you. But you notice Dame Dash was getting worse and worse. He was worth $100 million in the early 2000s. What's he worth now? $2 million? He can't even allegedly afford to buy, he can't afford to pay his child support. Has to file bankruptcy allegedly. But all this is coming to pass because Damon Dash, who shitted on everybody in the industry, nobody really stayed friends with him. Dame Dash made sure he made everyone know that he was the man. He's the $100 million man. He put all the Rockefeller together. He's the smartest guy. He's a boss. He don't listen to nobody. That's his main thing. I'm a boss. I don't have to listen. But now you're dwindling down. Your cash is dwindling down. Soon you'll be on your last $25. What you gonna do then? What you gonna do then? You see, it's easy to run behind people now. It's easy to run and hide and say you're a boss and, you don't have to do this and you don't have to do that because you're a boss, as you say. Right? You're a boss. Truth of the matter is, karma is starting to catch up with Damon Dash, and that's all it is. Rachel Roy, why is this happening now to Jay-Z? Rachel Roy has order of protections against her and her kids, for her and her kids against their father, Damon Dash, citing domestic abuse. So he's got domestic abuse charges. He's got the order of protection. targeting or triggering, whatever the hell they call it, stalking or what have you. Then on top of that, everything else. So Dame Dash, the way he talked to people, Steve Stout, Diddy, Jay, people over and over and over and over, the way he talked to these people, and now have no relationship where he could say, hey man, can you spot me 10 million? You know I'll get it back. I'm a hustler. Nobody wants to be bothered with Damon Dash anymore. His time is over in this industry. Unless he makes a drastic turnaround, which I can't see him doing. I think Dame Dash is stuck in his ways, and why he wants to make us believe he's creating all these companies. Yeah, you might be creating all these companies. What is the company making? That's what we want to know. You're great. I could start 100 companies. What is the company making? Jay-Z saw. The report I'm getting, just throwing it out there. Jay-Z did see and hear about how Dame was trying to insinuate and push him into the conversation with Nick Cannon. And Nick Cannon started asking about Foxy Brown's age, had absolutely nothing to do with it. And Dame was sitting there laughing like, oh, I can't tell you, woo, boy. Stuff like that. Instead of just saying, no, absolutely not. She was not underage. Why couldn't he just say that? Instead of making all the faces and not really answering the question. Damon Dash is $400,000 in arrears. You think that this woman's going to let up? What, you think she's going to feel sorry for you? Plus, again, still haven't, he's apologized to Jay, apologized to Lyor, but it's too late. Lyor hates Damon Dash hates Lyor Cohen. And at the end of the day, they're not going to do him any favors. You know it and I know it. So Dame is going to have to humble himself if he wants anybody to ever help him. And I just truly don't think they're interested anymore. So he did get arrested. He was booked, fingerprinted, but he did get out. He's got to come back for a trial. Face over $400 in arrears. Face a ton of jail time if that happens. All is for nothing. Make sure if y'all want to donate to the page, hit up the Snapchat. And, just don't. If you're going to hit the Snapchat or what, don't be concerned about what you got to pay or what have you. If you don't pay nothing, don't pay nothing. Just make sure you hit the like. And please do not give out any information of the blog on any free venues. I'm still seeing it. To recap, Dame Dash been arrested. Child support payments is behind. And this is all happening because of karma. And karma is a real thing. This time that karma is named Aaliyah. In her dying days, in her last days, I'm not going to say dying days, because it happened tragic and suddenly. In her last days, Dame Dash was not true blue to Aaliyah the way he tried to make the world seem and the way he tried to make her seem. And that's all I'm going to say for right now. It's your boy, Heaven Hollywood. Heaven Hollywood TV.